The tale of Oliver the Overlooked Owl. In a deep, dense forest, there lived an owl named Oliver. Unlike other owls who loved to show off their soaring skills and echoing hoots, Oliver was a little different. He was quieter and preferred reading his collection of forest tales rather than joining in on the nightly owl gatherings. Because Oliver didn't join the others often, he was often overlooked by his owl friends. "Oliver's just too quiet," they'd say. They called him the silent owl and never expected him to be part of anything important. One night, as the stars sparkled brightly above, a mysterious fog began to creep into the forest. It was thick, like a blanket, and made it nearly impossible for the animals to see their way. The fog was so dense that even the brightest fireflies and the cleverest raccoons couldn't find their way back home. Panic started to spread among the animals as they stumbled through the fog. The forest animals looked to the owls for help, as they were known to be wise and could fly high to get a better view of the forest. But this fog was so thick that even the other owls couldn't navigate through it. Then Oliver had an idea. He remembered a story he had read about ancient owls who used their sharp hearing to guide others, even when they couldn't see. He thought he could use this skill to help his friends and guide them through the fog. "I'll help," Oliver announced, his quiet voice carrying a confidence his fellow owls had never heard before. The other owls looked surprised, but seeing no other choice, they agreed. Oliver closed his eyes and began to listen carefully. He could hear the soft crunch of leaves under the animals' feet, the tiny rustling of the squirrels in the trees, and the faint chirps of the worried birds. Slowly, he began guiding everyone back, calling out gentle directions as they followed the sound of his voice. One by one, Oliver helped the animals reach their homes. His calm and steady guidance gave everyone hope, and soon, the entire forest was safely out of the fog. When the fog finally lifted and the animals were safe, they gathered around Oliver, cheering and thanking him. The other owls looked at him with newfound respect and admiration. "You may be quiet, Oliver," said one of the elder owls, "but tonight, your wisdom and courage spoke louder than anything." From that night on, Oliver was no longer the overlooked owl. The forest animals knew that sometimes the quietest voice could lead with the greatest strength. Oliver continued to read his stories and stay true to himself, knowing that he didn't need to be the loudest or the most noticed to make a difference.